Look around today. Divorce rates are skyrocketing. Marriages are falling up just a few years, and culture tells us that commitment is outdated. But what if the issue isn't marriage itself? What if we've just been building it on the wrong foundation? Today we are looking at kingdom marriage versus modern marriage. Why does one withstand the fiercest storms while the other crumbles under pressure? Let's talk about modern marriage first. Modern society views marriage as a consumer contract. It says, I will stay with you as long as you meet my needs, make me happy, and fit into my current self-improvement plan. Notice the subtle shift? Modern marriage is centered around the self. It's built on feelings, convenience, and individual fulfillment. What happens when the feeling fades? What happens when hard seasons inevitably arrive? When a contract breaks, you pull out lawyers and exit. But a kingdom marriage isn't a contract, it is a sacred covenant. A contract says, what can I get? A covenant says, what can I give? In a modern marriage, there are two people at the center. In a kingdom marriage, there are three. God is not just an invited guest to your wedding day. He is the very foundation and cord that binds two lives together. It's the presence of God that holds your marriage together when everything else shakes. Ecclesiastes 4:12 tells us that a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. When life hits your home, human willpower isn't enough. Culture tells young people, find someone 100% compatible with you. But let's be honest, you put two imperfect humans in one house, and absolute natural compatibility is an illusion. What you need is shared purpose. Kingdom marriage is not just two people looking at each other, it's two people looking in the exact same direction toward God's assignment. When trial or boredom tries to creep into your union, purpose reminds you why you got together in the first place. You aren't just living together, you are building a fortress for the next generation. Modern culture talks constantly about falling out of love. But kingdom love is not an emotion you fall into or out of. It's a daily choice to serve, forgive, and honor your partner, even on the days it feels hard. The Bible calls this agape love, sacrificial, unearned, and persistent. It doesn't ask, what have you done for me lately? It asks, how can I reflect Christ's unconditional love to you today? Now let's talk about the seed. Why does this difference matter so much for your children? Because your marriage is the blueprint your children will use to understand security, God, and relationships. When kids grow up in a home where marriage is treated like a fragile, temporary arrangement, they inherit fear, instability, and distrust. They learn that commitment is conditional. But when children witness a kingdom marriage where mom and dad pray together, resolve conflict with grace, and stay steadfast, they grow up with an unshakable spiritual security. Let's clear up a huge myth. Kingdom marriage does not mean zero conflict. You will argue, you will have miscommunications, but the way you handle those disagreements is completely different. In modern marriage, conflict is about winning the argument. In kingdom marriage, conflict is about winning back peace. You attack the problem together, never each other. Forgiveness in a kingdom home is quick, continuous, and non-negotiable. You keep no scorecards of past mistakes because Christ wiped away your own scorecard.